My name is Esther Wachuku. Good evening and thank you for joining me today on the Evening Rush. One of the first things we're looking into, you do know that yesterday via Monitor television program, Boala, in response to that television program, blasted Ali Ndume, all right, over comments concerning the fact that they're referring to the president's spokesman or the administration supporters as attack dogs. I don't know if some of you were able to participate in that conversation when it came on, but I want us to take a very brief listen to this and then we can proceed because it's important for us to understand where the conversation first emanated from and the reason why that kind of reaction came out from Nigerians. Also, it will help us understand the context that this conversation will go through with. So let's take a brief listen to Ali Ndume.
The issue. And now I'm also begging or calling those attack dogs out there to please address the issues.
Rather than Senator Ndume.
Rather than Senator Ndume, right. Address the message. Because I know now those attack dogs who cannot, I repeat, defend the president when the chips are down. Why I'm saying chips are down, most of them, go and check them. I did my research too. I will come up with the figures. Almost 60 or 70% of them accuse you of one time of being.
Don't even go there. you know what I mean? Do not go there.
Okay, please. I will not go there because of you. But it's true, most of the appointees, you check around, I'll come up with the figures. Most of them are people that have double citizenship.
I mean dual citizens.
Dual citizens.
Right. Well, it's not illegal to be a dual citizen.
I'm not saying it's illegal, right. But all I'm saying is those type of people cannot give the country 100% because they are not 100% Nigerians.
Well,
anyway.
I disagree with you.
Okay.
On that score. I mean.
Well, presidential spokesperson Daniel Bola blasted Senator Ali Ndume, who represents Borno South, for claiming that President Bola Tinubu has attack dogs who ignore facts and launch personal attacks. Ndume made the statement in a very recent television program. In response, Bola called Ndume a frustrated politician and said it was wrong for him to repeatedly refer to government spokespersons as attack dogs without any pushback from whoever was anchoring at the program. And a lot of Nigerians have reacted and said, voila, you just literally exhibited exactly what Ali Ndume described you as, because immediately you're coming out to call him out. So obviously you are attacking rather than having to circumnavigate or properly respond, all right, to Ali Ndume's criticism with your own facts, rather than coming out to actually, validate his claim that all you do is to attack anyone who makes any comment that is condescending or you consider to be a criticism to this current administration. Now, you do know, obviously, that the presidency in the same vein slammed Ali Ndume and talking about Tinubu's lopsided appointments, that it doesn't follow the constitution. Ndume said unless the president corrects his skewed appointment, it would boomerang. He stressed that he criticized Tinubu because it was his constitutional duty. Well, a special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Nanuga, via a post on X today said Ndume forgot to speak about two of his kinsmen who recently clinched top roles in the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. Also, he asserted that Ndume is allergic to facts and addicted to theatrics. Tinubu's aide stated that Ndume's habit of firing half-baked criticisms only to be contradicted by facts proves he's more interested in headline chasing, divisive narratives than offering constructive criticism. Onanigo noted that President Tinubu is deeply committed to fostering a government that embraces all Nigerians irrespective of their ethnic or regional affiliations, adding that Ndume should elevate public discourse, avoid misinformation, and baseless criticism. Now, it's funny because this kind of response is actually quite okay. It's clean. There is no slaw to his response. Nigerians have now come out to say, wow, so Bayo Onanuga can intellectually supposedly respond to anyone who criticizes his government, but it obviously feels like it's because of this particular individual is from the north, and when it comes to the voting power, possibly the North is needed to clinch any tickets, for example, in 2027. But that if it was a Peter Obi, for example, or any other political party who they consider is no longer tangible enough to upstage them, that the words that may have been used would have been more heated or more divisive or more embedded with slurs than how he currently responded to Ali Ndume. Meanwhile, Adebayo is revealing that the only way the president can remain in Aso Rock before 2027 is concerning the fact that for him to retain the tenancy of Aso Rock in 2027 is to change his government's policies and confront the challenges Nigerians are facing. And this was via an interview Adebayo was part of with a online news print media, that's Daily Trust. He stated that the opposition can defeat the APC if the opposition is firm. Adebayo maintained that he has nothing against the president, but that his policies were not in the best interest of Nigerians. He also dismissed claims that Tinubu is unshakable, citing how the People's Democratic Party had boasted about remaining in power, but was defeated by the APC. So that's also another angle to look at things right here on the Evening Rush, particularly one of the hot topics we'll be considering today. Now, in a very recent development, I'm sure some of you have heard about the situation or the rift between the president, the governor of Lagos State, and the speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. I'm sure you do know that there are talks as to the fact that a lot of challenges occurred, specifically with how Obasa was removed in the first place, and that the president did not go with the narrative or the method with which, he was impeached, and that certain persons who were behind Obasa's initial removal are now beginning to bear the consequences of that action. And even one of such persons is the current governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Now, as it stands, right, some of the monarchs who supported the process for impeaching Mudashiru Obasa have had their security details taken away from them. They have had to employ new sets of security details. And it feels like the president is not happy with that development and has not even given any form of reaction or response to the Lagos State governor trying to see him. So people are now asking questions. Are we saying that if some elders or some members of the GAC or a major population in the Lagos State House of Representatives, that's 25 of the Lagos State House of Rep members, say they do not want this person, are they saying that those ones have no hold and have no power to say we no longer want the speaker and it holds and work with the constitution? Does it have to be exactly how the president wants it to be? Is that a kind of politics, a politics of do it exactly as I say? If you cannot do it like that, you'll be walked out, you'll be taken away, or literally just completely obliterated. Is that how the process works? So if your position, if the way you want things to be done is not done exactly like that, anybody who goes contrary is taken into the block. Is that what it is? That's what a lot of critics are saying about this recent scenario. We're looking into that as well in the course of the conversation. Now, security concerns are still prevailing, and Nigerians are asking, when are we going to have respite? Governor Babagana Zulum has cried out and said the rate of kidnapping, the rate of raping, the fact that a lot of farmers can no longer go to their farmland, which is their major source of income, is very disturbing. He, however, appreciated the effort of the Nigerian security agencies, but he says more needs to be done because as it stands now, the state seems to have been overridden by these bandits or terrorists or headsmen. In the same vein, I'd like us to take a very brief listen to Omoyele Showere's reaction to how he considers judges. There were questions that were asked him when he was coming out of a courtroom as to why he feels judges will continue to be corrupt regardless of anything. I want us to take a very brief listen to what he had to say concerning that, and then obviously we proceed with the rest of our conversation on the hot topic this evening.
Officials in Nigeria don't understand that the world has moved on beyond their very primordial analog lifestyle. So that's why, and because of their inability to do things in very open and transparent manner, they're always worried about technology. I'm a technologist. And these glasses, I can give them to you. Wear it. What do you see? Yes. But it's also recommended. Yes. These are transition glasses. When I'm in the sun, it goes dark. When I'm inside, it goes transparent. Transition glasses. But as I told the judge, it's also artificial intelligence driven. It has a software, it has a charger. So it helps me in communication. It reads to me audiobooks. So, but they don't understand it. And of course, it has a camera. It's called Ray-Ban Meta glasses. But I can decide to use the camera or not. In this case, I wasn't using the camera because I don't have a problem with the judge. I don't have a problem with the trial. I know it's a farcical trial. Yes. It's the same problem we had when he denied me the application to get my passport. He claimed that because the the ticket didn't look like the one he knew when he went to, I think, Umrah, that the judge did not understand that air tickets are now done in QR codes. Are you getting me? If I'm traveling abroad, I don't see my ticket. I just put the QR code against another machine. That's all. But the man doesn't understand QR codes. He doesn't understand that to book an appointment with a doctor, you don't even need to know the name of the doctor. You just do it on an app. That was why he denied but I don't think that's the reason he denied it. It's because they were interested in my passport. They were all in bed together. And you can see his demeanor today also. He's finding it very hard to defend what he did. Look at their witness. Their witness for 10 minutes said, oh, we saw a social media post that says the IG is illegal. That's all. And that they asked him to go and monitor, that Muyiwa asked him to go and be monitoring my post. Is it a crime to post on social media that an IG that has already expired is illegal? He's occupying the office illegally. That was why the judge himself was saying, why don't we respond? But we are not here to respond. We have told him this is all rubbish. This case ought not to have come before a court, but we know what they are doing. They are all in bed together. The judiciary, the police, the legislative arm of Nigeria, they are all in bed together to deny our people justice. Yes.
Do you still have confidence in this?
How can anybody have confidence in the judiciary? Don't you know that this same court here tried me for 5 years for treason, an offense that I never committed, and one day they came to court and said, we are sorry. They didn't even say we are sorry. They withdrew the charges after 5 years. But they wasted 5 years of my life. They detained me in this Abuja.
Alrighty, you just listened to Omoyele Showore there expressing what he believes and the reason why he thinks Nigerian judges will continue to be corrupt. Literally saying that the common man no longer trusts in the system anymore. Right. Now, in the same vein, right, we remember last week there were speculations that former President Muhammadu Buhari has abandoned the APC, but he came out to clarify that that's not true. Well, a source who was privy to the meeting between state governors of the ruling APC and former President Muhammadu Buhari has disclosed that it was centered on the 2027 re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I find this worrisome that this is the only conversation they're having. Do you even think if you have a country to partake in elections in 2027, people are crying of hunger. People are literally falling off the roofs. All right, you have insecurity prevalent, and you're really, all these political bureaucrats are all working and strategizing ahead of 2027. If you don't have a people to govern, then what happens to your 2027 ambition? So most of the topical issues is centered around politics, and no one is talking about the people themselves. People are crying every day. You're not paying attention to it. Well, this source is actually saying that this conversation was centered on the 2027 elections. For example, the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, who also serves as a chairman of the All Progressives Governors Forum, led the governors in a closed-door meeting with Buhari at his newly remodeled Kaduna residence. One of the sources at the meeting disclosed that the APC governors were begging Buhari to support Tinubu's re-election and ignore the opposition coalition championed by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former governors Nasir El-rufai and Peter Obi, amongst others. Okay? Now, speaking with journalists, after the meeting, however, Uzodinma explained that the visit was aimed at ensuring Buhari's well-being, describing the former president as the father of the APC. I'm surprised I thought the president president was the father of the APC. He highlighted that the gesture was meant to reaffirm the unity and strength of the APC despite the recent defections within the party. Uzodinma emphasized that the meeting was a symbolic demonstration of the ruling party's commitment to Buhari, acknowledging his foundational role in the formation and growth of the APC. Now, defections are taking place across most of the political parties, but a couple of political analysts believe that any defection from the APC to another political party is not what you would term a defection in quote, meaning that it is not of sincerity or purpose or of any grouse within the party that will make them defect, that it's a political strategy, all right, by this administration to be like moles within this opposition political parties. For example, this proposed measure and talks about coalition by top political figures, all right? They want to form a huge mega opposition that they think will be a strong force against the president. Apparently, some persons are defecting from the APC to also they will form some of the factions that will leave the APC to join this new coalition. Some persons as well from the Labour Party, from the People's Democratic Party, will also form this coalition. So the question is, how do you know the true intention of these persons who leave this current political party, the APC? Or are you sure they're not more serving an interest to, at the onset, dissolve whatever coalition? Meanwhile, the current administration is properly strategizing, putting in place persons that will help ensure that 2027 elections goes in their favor. Also, continuing with the galvanization and mobilization at the grassroots by subconsciously indoctrinating the party in the minds when it comes to the ballot boxes and at the polling unit. You don't get to think of any other political party but the APC. So the big question is, all these propositions are right for coalition. How sincere is the purpose? The kind of politics that this coalition wants to perform or wants to act on, is it going to be an idealistic politics or a brutal kind, the kind that you take it, grab it, snatch it, and run away with it? If you want to run with the ideal politics, obviously the system may not let you operate. So what kind of, would I say, emboldened and strategic political method you would use to upstage that of this current administration to clinch power in 2027? Remember, we always say something that politics is the center of the deciding factors across Nigeria's socio-economic landscape. Politics determines the kind of economic policies that are being implemented by the government. Politics defines the judicial system. Politics also defines where infrastructure and welfare will be implemented. So every of the angle that has to do with us, politics is at the center of it, and this is basically what we'll be looking into. My guest this evening is Mr. Lawal Ekundayo, who is a social, economic, and obviously a political commentator. Mr. Lawal Ekundayo, good evening, and thank you for joining me today.
Good evening.
How are you?
I don't know.
You don't know? There's no definition to how you feel?
Yeah.
Why?
It's not stable.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us on YouTube. We're currently streaming live, so you can see Mr. Lawal Ekundayo. It's at VOP 903 FM. So we understand if indeed Mr. Lawal is actually okay, but he doesn't know. He says he doesn't know how he feels. He can't define it. Mr. Lawal, you can't define how you feel?
I can't.
That is, I think a lot of Nigerians too are in the same boat. They can't define how they feel.
Is the president back? Is the vice back? Are they back?
The vice president is back from Senegal.
Okay. What about the president?
The president is on a 2-week working visit.
Okay.
The fact that he is in France does not mean he's not administering the affairs of the nation. So if you need him, he's a call away.
Now that's a style I don't understand. It's a style I can describe as a woman who is in her office and cooking in the kitchen. A woman in the office and she's at home cooking in the kitchen.
Remember last week?
How can you cook with a phone? Hello, I'm cooking.
So you're saying that what? What are you suggesting?
You are not there now. You can only be there when you are physically there. You are there. You can't be as good as when you are there.
Okay.
So don't let us stop playing all this political whatever.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Lawal Ekundayo, Vice President Kashim Shettima has come out. Remember, we heard that there is a possibility he may not be fielded for 2027, along in terms of the campaign to run with the president. The president himself has not come out to officially tell us that he's not going to be part or he's not going to campaign again. but we've heard from his spokespersons and his supporters that he is going to campaign again. So if it's coming from their lips, then there is a tendency that that is going to be the actuality in 2027. Now, Vice President Kashim Shettima has identified corruption rather than the lack of true federalism as Nigeria's primary obstacle to development. Now, this statement was made today at the 17th edition of the Leadership Annual Conference and Award, which was held at the State House Banquet Hall in Abuja. Shettima underscored the mismanagement of resources as a significant factor that has hindered the nation's progress. The vice president dismissed claims that Nigeria's federalism is ineffective, asserting that no country operates a flawless federal system. While he was addressing the audience that included industry leaders, political figures, and foreign diplomats, he warned against adopting foreign governance models without considering Nigeria's unique socio-political and ethnic realities. Now, Nigerians have reacted to this by saying, is he telling us that if indeed he's admitting that what Nigeria's problem is not the lack of federalism, but that it is corruption at the hench, at the bottom, that is the cause of it, then what is your administration doing about it? If you're admitting to us now that corruption is the endemic factor that is affecting true federalism in Nigeria.
Now, that's why, there was a time they even told us that, Buhari did a good job, that they are continuing from where he started from. Later, they came back to tell us that the current president inherited a bad economy. So it's like they are inconsistent. You get it?
Okay.
They are inconsistent. If you are not consistent, that means you have no direction and you don't understand what you are doing. Because if you are consistent, you follow in the path you are doing, people continue to watch you until you get to where you are going. But this one that today they will say this, tomorrow they will say that, I don't understand.
You don't understand?
Yes, because that is, how do you understand somebody who's not consistent? Today is going right, tomorrow is going left, next tomorrow is there. You begin to say, please tell us. See, when Trump was coming, he keep emphasizing he's going to, he's going to stop the war in Ukraine. He's going to, bring back the industry to America. He's going to, and look, that is the part, you get it, he's been following since. That's the part.
So
all is, but here in Nigeria is a different thing. What exactly? Okay, the president said if you remove subsidy will be gone, Nigeria will be okay. Are we doing well? We are doing worse. Since the subsidy was removed, we are doing worse in the country now. We are doing worse.
The president said that it was expected for us to go through this pain.
Okay.
That if it was implemented ahead before now, we would have begun to enjoy the gains of the subsidy removal.
But he was the one who said that the subsidy was, you remember at that time?
Yes, the Occupy Nigeria protest.
He was one of those who said it, and then they keep telling us that the fuel is supposed to be maybe 15 naira per liter, that and then the dollar is supposed to be, they keep telling you, and now you are telling us that thing you told us that time is not feasible now.
Well, his supporters are saying that while leading the government in power at the time insist on removing fuel subsidy, that the government at that time was not firm enough for them to have diluted their implementation to want to remove fuel subsidy. That the president is firmer, the president is stronger and very assertive, and that the president was playing a role as an opposition then, and that is what every opposition ought to do: contest whatever decision of the government of the day to be more appealing to the people, and that's what the president did.
That's what they call deceit. You get it? That is what they call deceit. Now, you are telling us, we could have left Jonathan now. We keep saying this now. So why did we remove Jonathan? Why did you vote Jonathan out of power? You could have left him, because as of that time, his government was still far better than what we're having now. You could have left him. You get it? Because as of that time, he said he's going to remove subsidy and the fuel price will be around maybe less than 200 naira or something. And then everybody kick against it that we are okay with less than 100 naira. Now, we thought this government, even when you remove subsidy, we thought it's going to be less than 200 and something naira. Okay. I mean, 200 naira. Now, it went as far as 1,000 plus. Within how many? Within a year. You get, so you could have left Jonathan now. So are you telling us that you deceived us? Are you telling Nigerians that you deceived Nigeria because you want power? That's what opposition. That's not what opposition is supposed to do. That's why they call it constructive criticism. Constructive means you use the yardstick of the information, your statistics, in truth, you get it, to criticize.
Well, in reaction,
You don't criticize because you want to take power and then you distort the truth. That's why they call it propaganda.
in reaction to your, would you say the fallback from the administration's economic policy, which was to remove fuel subsidy, the economist Bismarck Rwani has warned that the recent increase in petrol prices in Nigeria could lead to a rise in the country's inflation rate, which currently stands at 23.18%. Now, he said while the full effects are yet to materialize, Rwani expresses concerns about potential economic consequences in the near future. This was a statement he made during a business show on one of the Monitor television stations. He says that there might be an increase in the rate of inflation because of the increase in the price of petrol, but that we haven't seen the corresponding increase in the prices of transport fares so far. But transport fares have increased
I don't know.
significantly.
When he said-
And these consequences he's talking about, what is the consequence Nigerians are going through? Are we saying that the consequence we're going through, we should expect more consequences in the nearest future?
That's what he's saying exactly now, because he's telling us that it's going to get worse with the current state of what is going on.
He said transportation, food prices, especially he talked about the fact that the rise is exacerbated by the situation and the onset of the planting season. This is the planting season, and that it is likely to put additional pressure on consumers. So where did the government say yesterday that food prices has crashed?
I don't know.
If an economist is coming out to give us this data based on the reality on ground.
Do we need economists to know the reality on ground?
No,
In
but
Nigeria,
where did the
here,
government tell us that food prices are crashing down?
I don't know.
I saw that story yesterday
No, you know why?
in supporting the policies of this government.
Maybe the reason is because the government is not, running. We are not going to the same market.
We're not going to the same market.
Yes, we don't.
They're saying there's a different market for the governors, for the presidents.
Do they see their wives coming to the market? Tell me which market is the wife of governor coming to buy food stuff? Where is the wife of the governor or whatever? I have seen where American presidents enter the stores to buy things. They will stop their motorcade. They will come down on their own. They will enter a store, buy what they want to buy to take it home to their wives or children. I have seen it many times, not in film, in reality. Obama did it. He will come down. You get it. Before even the security people, it's already into the store, buy what he wants to buy. It is when the security people come in, people will know that, that is the president. We didn't even know we are talking to the president. I will start joking with everybody. Where do you see something like that? If they are going to pass this express, you see the way in the next 12 hours, nobody will move around that area. It will be difficult for you. In fact, you'll be scared, because of the number of security operatives that will fool the whole road, and there are a lot of roads will be blocked, and then Nigerians will be at I don't know, maybe a standstill until they pass. So it's like they have their own country in Nigeria, different from the country that the masses are. That is why they are saying all these things.
Well, he also aligned it or connected with a global economic uncertainty because of the trade tensions between the U.S. and other countries, which may actually affect import duties. Although the presidency has come to tell us that we shouldn't be so bothered, on some of the tariff imposed by the United States president. For example, he referenced the imposition of tariffs on imported goods by former U.S. President Donald Trump, that's import duty tax, and which he believes will disrupt the global market. So, coupled with the fact that this is a farming season and there is insecurity where farmers cannot go to the farm now to farm, otherwise they'll be killed or something would happen, and the fact that you now have a hike in purchase of petrol, these are factors that will affect the purchase or availability of food items and the access to this food items. So every sector, there'll be a sporadic increment. Transportation will increase, access to food will increase, and there may be a limitation to food now that this is the planting season. So while these political bureaucrats are building and working ahead for 2027, what happens to I and you to survive towards that time if these are the indices that indicates the kind of difficulty we should start experiencing we should expect to experience?
They keep telling us that we are not part of the whole permutation.
Who says that we're not part of the permutation?
That's what the ruling government is telling us, because every time they will be telling us in 2027 we are going to win in 2027. Nobody can see the president in 2027. No, so that means they don't even care what Nigerians are thinking.
Okay.
They don't care about what Nigeria, because that means You are not. If they care, they'll be talking about we have put something in place, and then our popularity in the country. We are with our popularity in this country, with our rating in this country, with what we have done, our performances. We are confident that the Nigerians. That is what we're supposed to be hearing. Now you are telling us everything they have been saying that has to do with the election of 2027. There's no place that they put the interest of the masses of Nigerian inside it. I've not seen where they put it. They are always talking as if you get it. They don't.
I want to ask you something. Is it
all.
that there is no template for a solution to this mirage of problems or challenges with some of these economic policies, specifically on the short term? For example, I hear economic analysts tell us the propensity and the positive aspect or the huge role that diversification would actually create in helping to, broaden the limited aspect of some of these economic policies, or the fact that Nigerians should try as much as possible to look at other angles of developing infrastructure, or looking at skill acquisition, or making sure that investment opportunities are attractive for jobs to be created. So if these things are normally being said by some of these political bureaucrats during campaigns, why is it difficult to implement?
Let me tell you something. You know why they normally use the word ruling elite? Why they use that word is because the people who are ruling you and some certain set of people are the ones that are controlling the resources of the country. Okay. And they decide what the government will do. That is the problem of Nigeria. You get? So when the powers are in the hands of people who are actually the problem of the people, how can the people get solution? How? That is what is going on. That is what is going on. In a normal country, they focus on four things: agriculture, security, education,
and
healthcare. Those four things, that's what they focus on. Now let's analyze it. The Minister of Agriculture keep telling us they have borrowed so money for agriculture. They have given fertilizer to farmer. They have brought tractors to give to. Where is the farmer that are not in their farms? The farmer that most of their farms have been taken over by Fulani herdsmen and have been taken over, and are those same people that the minister is telling us is giving fertilizer. It's the same people is telling is giving a subsidy. It's the same people is telling us they have gone to buy tractors to give to the farmers. Where are the farmers? You get? Now to let you know that they are telling us something that is totally different. Okay. I think there's a separate Nigeria somewhere they are talking about. It's not in this Nigeria that we live in. Now, look at your security. Where is security? To secure the farmers in their various farms. Where is the security? They have most of them have run away from their farms. So where is the security? It's not there. Where is the health care? Where is health care? In those days, ordinarily, I would go to the hospital for medical checkup. Around like 2009, 2010. Sometimes I would just go to the hospital at least once in a month, once in 2 months. I'll just tell the doctor, the doctor, I want to just have a look at me. They will do some tests and then tell me, okay, you are fine. Okay, you need this and that. Since then, I've not been to hospital maybe in the next past 10 years. I've only been to the hospital like about 4 times. When I know that it has affected me so much, I need to go to hospital. Why do Nigerians have to do that? Why? You get, so you can see, Nigerians sometimes say, I saw him yesterday, he was looking fine, and today he's dead. You don't hear cases like that all over the place, because Nigerians, when they have some ailment that they could have gone to the hospital to have a checkup, they are afraid of the amount they will spend there. So you see them doing blunt treatments, and then it kills them.
Let me ask you something. The administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as well as the previous administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari, they got a lot of loans from the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund for certain sectors. Now, I want you to know that Nigeria has a global partnership with most of the vital sectors in terms of economy, mining, digital innovation, social welfare, infrastructure, agriculture. I want to mention the countries that Nigeria has a good bilateral relationship with that helps to support most of these sectors in helping to create more development and job opportunities. The United States of America, that's number one. All right. Their own global partnership is technology, which aims to enhance bilateral cooperation in critical technology sectors. You also have the UK, that's the United Kingdom. They also collaborate in governance, climate change, education, health, and every other sector of Nigeria's economy. Nigeria and France currently signed a memorandum of understanding to cooperate on strengthening critical mineral value chains and mitigating the environmental impacts of mining. China is a major import partner for Nigeria, supplying goods worth 4.61 trillion naira, representing about 27.8% of total imports. You have Global Council for Critical Minerals, and Bloomberg is also one of the persons that helps to attract gas projects, other sectors to rebrand Nigeria's image. You have International Finance Corporation. Nigeria is a member of the World Bank Group in partnering with the Central Bank of Nigeria to boost local currency financing. Nigeria is also a member with BRICS to boost the economy, employment, and living standards. And there are critical sectors and initiatives: technology and innovation, mining and critical minerals, providing security for all of the sectors. If Nigeria has a global partnership with these people and funds are released to help and enable in the different sectors, what is going on in that aspect? What's going on in those areas? Where is the accountability for the funds released, especially for the current loan that was received from the World Bank?
Even let's start from day one. That very day that the president was the day
May 29, 2023.
2023. He said subsidy gone, and money started coming in from subsidy. I think he said 1 trillion per month, isn't it? Where is the account for that one? Forget about the one that's coming from whatever. Let's have an account for that one. Where is that money to start with? No, now let's talk about the one that is in the country before we talk about the one outside. You get? Now, that's one. What about the loans? What do you mean by critical infrastructure? When you use the word critical infrastructure, that means you are telling us that there's no infrastructure on ground. Because critical infrastructure has no meaning. If you are collecting a loan for a particular thing, we know you are collecting for. But if you are collecting for critical infrastructure, then you are lying, because that means there's no infrastructure on ground. You get? Because critical infrastructure it has no meaning. You cannot pinpoint it. It's fictitious. It's an abstract. You get? Now, look at the one we have in the country. We don't even have an account for that one. Talk less of the one that is coming from abroad. What about the Abacha money that is released? What about the Abacha money? Where is it? It comes in. What about the money that are repatriated every year? Where is the account for the money? And yet we keep borrowing every now and then. So what happened to those monies? Now, when you say bilateral trade, what does it mean? Let us analyze it. It means a trade between two people. Trade, what is trade? That is buying and selling. You sell to me, I buy. I sell to you, you buy. Now, those ones that you are signing it with, they are selling. You get it? Where is your own side of the game, of the trade? Where is the side of the trade? Where? Every time they talk, we don't understand what they are talking about. We don't. You are talking about you want to empower youth. You are talking about you want to empower the youth that has no confidence in the country. You want to empower youth that cannot get a job. People are running to America, running to UK, running to Europe. Why? Because they have job security there. Well, the moment you cross over to that area, the government already pencil you down, you get it, and they are looking for work for you. They even pay you until you get a job. Now, if I want to apply for government work, that's government work. Some of them will tell you to buy form. That's government work. They will tell you to buy form. Even it happened in Lagos State here. even in federal, they will tell you to buy form. Somebody who is looking for a job, a Nigerian youth that is looking for a job, the government is collecting money from that Nigerian youth through the means of collecting form. They will tell you to go online. When you get online, you are the one, the jobless youth that is looking for a job is the one that will buy scratch card, get internet, get whatever. Now, by the time you finish, you will spend thousands because you want to register for a job that you are not going to get. That's a Nigerian
you're not
youth
sure that you'll be enlisted for.
That's a Nigerian youth that has no job. Even when you train that Nigerian youth, where is he going to get the job? He will not start applying. Even private company, they don't ask you to pay money for form. You apply, they'll call you for interview. Some of them will even give you some stipends. Some of them will even give you light refreshment. Not in government. The same government that's supposed to protect the youth is the one extorting from the youth. And you are telling us you are training the youth. And you are telling us the youth should not japa. You are telling us you should have confidence in the government. Where is the confidence? Some of those NYC students, I heard about some of them some years ago that they were not paid their allowances till they finish.
Well, they've actually started off the salary payment, 7,000.
So go and find out from them. Those directly, you see that some of them don't get it.
Maybe it's been paid in batches.
What do you mean by paying batches? What by paying batches?
Oh, you say some of them don't get it.
Yes.
Why? Didn't they fill forms? When they didn't properly register? So why are they not getting it?
I'm surprised too. I wanted to take some of this thing up. Those youths were afraid. They say before if they take it up now, they mention their name now. They'll start there. They just want. They don't want problem. They just want everything. See, Nigerian youths are going through a lot. I wish some of them who have experienced this thing can call to ascertain that some of these NYC coppers don't get their allowances. Some of them don't get it complete until they finish. Throughout they are this thing and the money is gone.
But the president has set up an academy for the youth, actually, for the youthful population, skill acquisition, vocational training.
Where is the job? Who is going to give them the job? Where is you are telling skill acquisition for what? Where is the job? If you see you want, let me say there's a land now. It's vacant. It's good for agriculture. And then you need people to go into that place. Then you do skill training. In that area, in which by the time they are through, it's already waiting for them. It's already waiting. So they will just simply move into that sector and develop it. So where are you training youth for? Where you want to go? Tell me, where is the job? Where is that sector that has that job to employ them that you are training them for?
Now, Mr. Lawal Ekundaya, if everything you're saying right now dilutes whatever effort that either this current administration or previous administration has set up, then who is governing and what is the essence of governance? If you say that we have not had any curative measures to address these prevailing issues that we have highlighted, if you say, for example, that there is an academy to help give people skill acquisition, vocational skills, exposure, or whatnot, and you say the job market is completely constrained, meaning that there is nowhere for them to apply the skill acquisition that they learn from, then the committee being set up, the particular skill acquisition center or the body, the institution being set up by the president, if that particular skill acquisition will not be properly utilized, and what is the essence of it in the first place?
That's what I don't understand. Because that's what I don't understand. If you are going to America, that job is already waiting for you. They have sectors they are going to put you to. You get it? Where do you want to put all these children? You are talking about skill acquisition. You must also tell us that there's a space already, and in this area we want this place can accommodate about 500,000 youths. So we want people that are going to that. You see people apply and they know it's already there for them to go into. Where are these? They should come out and tell us now.
NNPC recently opened a slot for enlistment. The Nigerian Army are also enlisting.
Nigerian Army.
Come closer to the microphone.
You are even mentioning Nigerian Army. I'm not going to say anything about that. Nigerian Army that is operating like people who are using den gun in the farm. You get it? When see people willingly, you see Nigerians, getting enlisted into international army, you see, because
like the American army.
See this, they see that their life is important. You see the way that they protect them.
The
they
packages
have all the gadgets
that are available.
I don't know whether he has come back. One of the UK prince, went to one war front. I've forgotten. I think was it that side of Ukraine or something. He went to join. That's a prince. Prince. He went there to join them, to to felicitate with them, to be part of. They even snap him inside one of those armor tank.
The monarch family in the UK, that's what they normally
They
do.
do.
Prince Harry was
All
also.
of them will go there.
In fact, he was
some
a
months
veteran.
there.
He worked with the military then.
Even some of them even took part in this Afghanistan war. You see them, they will go there, spend like 6 months here, come back to let you know that they are telling you that you are fighting for us. We appreciate you. That's why they go to that war front. You get it? Even American presidents have traveled to the war front how many times? He has been to. I think he has been to Afghanistan. He has been to. Israel. When you see them.
Do you know that there was a time Nigeria used to donate money to the United Kingdom under General Yakubu Gowon? Nigeria's problem was not money. Nigeria's problem was how to spend money. That was during the oil boom, when oil was recently discovered in this country. Nigeria used to be a loan benefit. In fact, you would consider them benefactors. They help a lot of these countries out of debts. They give them loans. That was when we just discovered the oil. At the time, the general said that Nigeria's problem was not necessarily how to, it was basically how to spend the money. They had the money, it was what to use it for and how to spend it. How did Nigeria's money boom? How did we deteriorate to a state where we borrow almost everything?
It never deteriorated. It was increasing. The only problem is that
you said it never deteriorated?
It never decreased.
I don't understand what you mean. I said, how did Nigeria at that level deteriorate means in terms of reduction? Okay, what happened?
Nigerian income keep increasing. You don't know. There's no time in which Nigerian income that comes into the Nigerian government decreased.
Okay.
Go and look at it. There was a time a barrel of oil was $2. Mm-hmm. How much is that barrel of oil now?
So if you say it did not decrease, but it increased, where is the fund going?
Then you should ask your government, because look at their recurrent expenditure. Look at their salary. Nobody knows their salary. Look at the way they fly all over the place. You get it? So that is what is taking the money away. You get? If that is making more money, if more money is coming in and they are extravagant in spending, there will always be, it will never be enough. That is what is going. That is what is happening, because the government is extravagant in spending. So it will never be enough. That's why I said there was a time $1. I mean, the oil was at $2. It got to $100 in this country, and we were selling.
Now let's look at security concerns.
What happened? Wait, I'm coming.
Okay.
Remove $2. How many $2 are you going to see in $100? Even up till now, how much is a barrel of oil?
A couple of people will say the business terrain across the globe has changed.
That is a lie.
The dynamic is not what it used to be then and now.
Something. That's a lie. During the COVID-19, when we're supposed to have benefited massively all over, we're supposed to be one of the countries that are supposed to benefited most in that coronavirus. We went on lockdown. Do you know that China that went to lockdown, they were supplying us, they were selling nose masks to us. You get what I'm saying? We were importing nose masks from countries that were experiencing that COVID-19. We were still importing nose masks from them. We are importing sanitizer from them.
Even the Russian-Ukraine war, Nigeria was meant to at least sell its oil
what is wrong
predominantly to other European countries, because I think Russia stopped selling, Nord Stream stopped selling to the European Union at the time because they felt they were showing support.
But other countries were buying at a cheaper rate. China was buying seriously from them. Nigeria is supposed to benefit because Europe was looking for alternative to Russia. They are still looking for the alternative to Russia now. And yet we are not making use of that. We are not. See how we are. I don't understand the blueprint of our leadership. Look at India. When Nigeria was booming, India was still suffering. When Nigeria was doing very well, China was suffering. They were coming to Nigeria as a cook here.
Exactly. In fact, there used to be Indian teachers then. Now we have a lot of Nigerians flooding India, flooding China.
Look at them.
They used to come here and make money then.
Sending satellite to space for us. Nigeria. Exactly. Is it money that's our problem? The resources is not Nigerian problem. The resources is not Nigerian problem. Is corruption. It's bad leadership that is a problem of Nigeria. Some people say we don't have money. Who told you that?
All right.
I'm coming. What about the TED fund? Do you know the meaning of TED fund? tertiary institution,
Educational Trust Fund.
yes, educational trust fund. This money is collected from companies. You get it, to fund education. How much are they collecting every year? How much are they spending? Do you know? Do you see them coming out to tell us that every year we made so and so money and this is what we spend? We just see them doing something and that is that. We don't even know whether it's 1% they spend or 2%. We don't know what they collect. We don't know what they spend.
Mr.
I'm
Lawal,
coming. I say I have more.
I know, it's almost 8 o'clock and we need to open the phone lines.
Somebody was talking on radio, I think one your radio or something, and people have been saying that the CBN is collecting money when you transfer. Is that not it?
Yes, so the charges now.
Do you know
Wow,
what if you receive money, you collect money. If somebody transfer to you, they collect money. Calculate that every day. And
per transaction.
Do you have any account for that? Do you
per
have any record for that?
Hey.
And where every month they will still remove
charges, SMS charges, email charges, exactly.
Card maintenance.
Card maintenance. You're right about that one.
Then the question is, where is the account for this money? Where is the audit for this money? No, you are telling me that we have problem of Nigeria. We keep growing. All these things were not there when some people were doing. This guy, what's the name? Jack Onde was doing fantastic in Lagos State. All this money, he didn't even collect 2% of what they are making now. He didn't even make 5% of what Lagos State is making now. You get it?
Yes.
Not what was coming into the. It was during the time of Obasanjo that our budget entered 1 trillion now. Before it was less than 1 trillion. And they were running the country. And they were even we were even saying they are stealing money that time.
Endemic corruption.
Yes, there was serious corruption. And talk less of now that we are talking about. I mean, what's our budget now?
It's about something.
I think it's
50 something trillion.
50 something trillion to 1 trillion of time of about 20 years ago. It was 1 trillion plus or 2 trillion plus or whatever.
Mr. Lawal, insecurity has become a prevalent menace. Baba Gana Zulum has cried out today. Do you know that protesters stormed the Akure metropolis in Ondo State's capital over the fresh killing of a set of farmers in one of the farming settlements in Akure North local government area by gunmen suspected to be herdsmen? The farmers were reportedly killed in 1313 farming settlement in Ajagusi area of Ala Elefosan. Do you know that in Akure? And that's in North Council in the early hours of Tuesday today while they were on their way to the farm. The protesters berated the attitude of the governor there, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, over the insecurity in the state. The youth of the community and colleagues of the farmers who were angered over the incessant killings in their numbers brought the remains of the slain farmers to the state secretariat in Alagbaka, the state capital. This latest killing is coming a few weeks after 5 farmers were killed at Aboyibo, Akure North local council area of the state, which was also followed by a heavy protest at the governor's office along with the display of the corpses. The protesters are emphasizing that during the administration of former governor of the state, late Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, it was not as terrible with the current situation. And in their numbers, they shut down and barricaded the roundabout intersection leading to the governor's office and the federal secretariat, which left a lot of commuters and motorists stranded. What is the action of the federal government on the prevailing menace of herdsmen across the country? This time it's not even isolated to a certain geographical location. It's the brazenness of these individuals to continue to kill. Today, fresh farmers were killed in Akure North local council area. What is this?
And then there's no arrest to
I don't know. Those guys just disappear.
The IG has not made any directive that they should be arrested. Or
the family is compensated.
Or family compensated. They are quiet as if they are chickens now, or maybe they are just all these ants that are just flying out. Just it doesn't matter. You get it? You remember what happened like last month when how many 14 were killed and everybody was as if it's. I don't understand. Now look at what many has happened and they are quiet. No governor has gone to visit.
Just today, farmers going to the farm early this morning, and just like that, they were killed for no reason.
And nobody has talked.
No, obviously that was what led to the protest.
I'm not. When I say no, but I'm talking about people in authority. They have not said anything. We are not hearing anything.
This is
and when they talk, the next thing they will say is that we condemn that killing. That's all. Is to condemn. We condemn. You have never. In fact,
this is barely 2 weeks after 5 farmers were killed. So these headers or terrorists, what they do is you just go to you see farmers and you just kill them. You kill them for what? I don't know. I'm trying to understand why you need to murder these people.
Ethnic cleansing. See, when you take care of their, when you inflict fear into their mind, they will run away. That's what they are doing now. They sack a village and take over. That's what they do now.
They can't do that in the Southwest. They are more outspoken. I'm even surprised that they protested today compared to other states where it happens and then they cry to the government, no protest takes place and everywhere is quiet. I'm even surprised that today that this thing happened, they set up a protest. And that is how people should react to issues. But the question is, despite this reaction, we're not seeing any form of response from the government.
I see, sometimes I just leave the government on one side, you get it, or the ruling people, and then I blame.
So if people decide to start protecting themselves and now they see any headsman and they start killing them, what will now happen?
Which government is as powerful as the people? No government, even that military, is as powerful as the people. Ayedatiwa, you get it. How did he get into power? People voted for him, isn't it? Now, so the people in the state voted for him. In Edo, they voted for him, isn't it? So, and he will tell you that I'm democratically elected. So you blame the people more than, okay, why did you vote for these people? If you know that you don't see their manifesto. All these people, many of them are opportunists. They sell their souls to the devil, get into power, and then they settle they have something to give back to the devil. That's what we are experiencing. That's what we are experiencing across board, from the national to the state to the local government. Because look at this local government, they'll show the solo local government. Look at how big it is. And we have a government, and the government is making money. Now, compared to the size of every other state, and they are making money, and the local government chairman is dead, the councillors are there. You get? And then you are focusing on the president, you are focusing on the governor. Were you not the one who voted them into power? When they come to you and give you money, they give you how much? 5,000 naira, you are very happy. They give you 10,000 naira, 20,000, you are very happy. And then your sons and daughters and your fathers and mothers are being killed. And then you are complaining. What about the 20,000 you collected? What about the 10,000 you collected? That's why I said I blame Nigerians. Because these people, the question is, how did they find themselves into power? We are in the democratic setting.
They were voted in Noni.
Simple. And they are not voted by spirit or ram or animal. They are voted by people. And then they come back and pounce on the same people. Is that what we are experiencing? That's what we are experiencing now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we need to
be blamed.
We need to get your reaction right about now. And it's already 4 or 5 minutes gone past the hour of 8 o'clock. Remember that this is a conversational platform and we get to hear your responses to some of the hot topics that we discuss. And hopefully today we do a step down, because I am tired of the situation that we keep on facing in this part of the world on a daily basis. And we go talk. We will continue to talk the matter until something is done. That's our job. The number to call is 080 3692 9933. 080 3692 9933, and the WhatsApp number is 0817 1756 338. 0817 1756 338. That is the WhatsApp number to send your messages to. Some of you can actually try to call the number as well. Okay, that's basically how we're going to run this program. So already there are quite a number of messages coming in, and I can see your responses to the issues discussed as well. I would like to get your opinion on what we're discussing this evening. So the number to call is 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm cool.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
Esther.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Esther, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine. This is Afonwa Dama.
All right, Afonwa, please go ahead.
I want to ask you why they won't laugh. We laugh this afternoon by 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock news.
You want to look for trouble?
I just laugh. I just say that laugh make you move. Anyway, all is good, cha.
Yes, sir.
It's a part of the work. You see, I don't have much to say, but what I try to say, talk now. This government where would they? Only God now go help, really helping us. Because I don't know the money where they move for subsidy. I don't know where the money they. And they see the borrow. See them borrow 1 month. The week today. Every money. They borrow the money finish. They get it. But the only thing, only God now go help us. And we help ourselves.
Okay.
Complaining.
Afuwa, this your line is bad. Oh.
They happen for the
Try and
line.
call back, please. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Ms. Koboko.
Good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you now. What's your name,
Hello?
please? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what is your name? I can hear you.
It's Koboko.
Okay. Location, sir.
Yeah, guest always blame us. Are you hearing me?
Yes,
Nigerians.
sir. He always does what?
But it's always blame Nigerians. I use my life like Arab to say 150 million Nigerians should never collect that actually all right to vote. But we are guests forgot what happened on February 25, 2020 election when they upped visa, when they announced the result 3 a.m. When we are waiting for ABI drug case of Tulumbu on November, and they backtrack the case to 3 October, it's not related on that one. No. Concerning terrorists, you are asking, why are they killing farmers? It's why they are killing farmers is because of jihad. Are you hearing me? They will kill farmers so that they can import GMO. They kill 40 farmers in
So they can import Guinea. Yes, sir.
GMO seed. If you plant corn 1 month, you go harvest. You don't go to plant them. If you plant yam 3 months, you go harvest. You don't go to plant them.
So you're saying that the Fulani terrorists are being used to ensure that GMOs...
by the Western world as amnesty. Because they caught some of them last year when they killed 3 farmers in Niger, burned their 50 bags of corn, killed 50 farmers, and they burned their farm in Kaduna. They asked them, why are they doing this? Is that they are being sent? Are you hearing me, sister?
I can hear you.
So they are being sent. So there is a political aggrandizement and a political support. Now, we are not asking 400 terrorists names Malami took, because at times Alcott goes in, we are not asking questions. Why is Nigeria not asking Malami to bring it that 400 terrorist names? I don't want to talk too much. In conclusion, anybody will go say he want to ban solar, when they never buy innocent motor, when they say Nigeria graduates are unemployable, when they tell us say Nigeria youths are lazy. Are you hearing me? Wherever people are parking in their house, they don't want to pay 5,000 2 hours. Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you, sir.
They will say you want ban solar. If you ban solar, make you ban sun, ban air, ban wave. We're going to give us. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
It's unfortunate that you are telling me that $1 can buy food. If I want to chop lotto, hungry man, 1,700, insala 4,000, eatery 6,000, fried rice and small chicken. Or without Omoroko and the savage. That's why when they do pure. That's why I want 5 without Omoroko. How can you tell me say $1 can buy food? You cannot compare the inflation of America to Nigeria. Ocean Brown Road, social welfare for the aged, social welfare for the youth, free food, free everything. You are bringing luminary comparison from America. I hear what I'm saying.
All right, sir.
In conclusion, anybody will say he wants Fulani Igbo, all of us go die there.
It's not just Igbos. It is everywhere. These guys are menaces everywhere, every region of the country, and that's why I'm wondering why there is quietness in some access. You saw how the youths came out to protest today in Akure. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
My name is Mary. I'm calling from Pestac.
All right, sir. Please go ahead.
You see, it's unfortunate that this government have remained clueless on how to salvage this country. I don't think Mr. Tinubu was prepared for this leadership. He just wanted to fulfill a life ambition of answering president. And unfortunately, this is where he has taken the country to. Nigeria is in a very big mess. In all areas of endeavor, nothing is happening. We're talking of the one of Akure. Have you forgotten the one of Katsina? I think that was yesterday.
Yes, day for yesterday.
So every day we keep on hearing killings. And the primary essence of government is protection of life and property. And these people have failed. And people are hungry. And we're talking of 2027. Are you going to rule dead, living, or dead people? Are you going to compare to grasses or stones? It's so unfortunate. On the issue of what is it called? Coming together of opposition elements and coalition. I think that is the only option Nigeria has now. Because if we don't come together and maybe come out with a very strong opposition to push out this party, Nigeria may still exist, honestly speaking. Because the way the party, this APC, the ruling party is running this country, I don't see Nigeria surviving after 2027 because they have nothing to offer. That's the truth. People are suffering. People are dying, and they're talking about 2027. Which kind of is it? Judge Owens animal? Even your Judge Owens animal farm has not strived like this. So I'm living with opposition leaders. Let them be patriotic. Let people bury their individual ambitions, and salvage Nigeria. If truly we want this country to continue, thank you. Malika, you have spoken well. Mr. Lawa, your guest.
All right.
Have a blessed evening.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for calling. 08036929933. That's the number to call. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Hello. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening, sir. What's your name?
Okay. My name is Abraham.
Abraham, what's your location, sir?
Location from Oshodi.
All right, Abraham, please go ahead.
See, the issue of this country is very simple. I know. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you, Mr. Abraham.
Hello?
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Are you hearing me?
All right, Abraham, if you can't hear me,
Hello?
kindly call back because I can hear you very well. If you call and you can't hear, kindly just continue because I can hear you. All right, 08036929933. That's the number. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Madam Esther.
Good evening, ma. How are you, ma?
Fine. Madam Eunice calling from Agigi.
All right, Madam Eunice, please go ahead.
I greet your guest.
Thank you.
Why I greet him is that the way I analyze something as a Nigeria, not like Danity and Bitu. So, Ekundayo, please, you should try. The way you are trying, God will bless you. God will reward you as you are seeking for the whole Nigeria, not a particular place. Thank you, Esther.
Madam Eunice, you are welcome. Thank you for calling. I would implore you to address issues, though, and not to seem like you're trying to attack persons. 08036929933. 08036929933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, it's still me, Abraham. No, my first number.
Yes, Abraham. Please go ahead. You're calling from Ushudi. Please go ahead.
Yes, God bless you. You see, the issue of this our country is very simple. You know, we all know that the judiciary, the armed forces is already being swallowed by the so-called leaders. You see, in a country where security is governmental on themselves, as in is private.
Okay.
And nobody can do anyhow. Nobody can cause problems. But in this our own core country, you see, the government, the president owns the armed forces. President owns the judiciary. The president go armed. So he can control it. That was why you see, somebody can just do anything and go free. There is no arrest. There is no persecution. There is no. Now we are calling on the government, the president. Have you heard him say anything concerning the claim? They are mute because these people, there's a lot of bigger threat that even we, the citizens, are not even seeing. Let me tell you, see what is going on in China, North Korea. Do you see what the guy just posted of recent? The guy said, if these people caught him found wanted, that they should hang him. And if he found anybody wanting, he is going to hang. Look at Burkina Faso. Look at what we are facing here today. We are just talking.
The
This
case of
country needs
Burkina
action.
Faso, they say that what we read or hear online or read about online is in contrast to what the Burkina Faso indigents are actually experiencing. That they have a different tale about him than what the propaganda or the hype that we read on media.
You see,
Yes.
There must always be they would like the world to hear. When the world is going somewhere, you know how Satan behave. If Satan want to attack you, it will go behind of something. You will not be focusing. So they always want to. It should like the Nigerian government. If the Nigerian government is greeting you, good afternoon, my brother. Go and look at him. Go look at. Don't just answer. The machines for agriculture, where are they? The skills for the money for students, where are they? They will just say something. They all like to give us something that we would like to hear. This country like to hear something. See, let me tell you, to just change this country just overnight. It's just simple. Ask someone like him if you try me, bass goes. This country just need bass. What did I say? Bass goes.
Thank you very much for calling.
Talk to not take us anywhere. Action.
Well, that's what we can do now. That's basically what we can do for now. We keep on talking and bringing things to their awareness.
Okay, let's keep talking now. I've been hearing this talk from my mother's stomach from talk. I'm married with three children. Talk. Action, madam. Action.
Right, thank you.
If you give me something, any protest or anything that they don't involve bath goes, I will not go. But the ones you involve and go, I will be there. I'll be number one.
All right. Okay. 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. That's the number to call. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Esther. Atiku, you are blessed.
Good evening, sir. Thank you.
May
What's
the
your
Lord
name?
bless you. You are doing very good work.
Thank you very much. What's
All
your
of
name,
us
sir?
are praying for you.
Thank
I
you.
am Machineke.
Mwachineke. The meaning of our names are the same, are very similar.
Okay, Yamachuku, am I
Yes,
right?
Mwachineke. Yes. Please
Okay.
go ahead, sir. Where's your
Esther,
location?
I want to tell you something. When I was growing, I think when I was in standard 4, they told us, Jimmy Cliff sang one of the movie record then. He said, hey, you can be wrong and get right. No matter how hard you may try. You see, from the day we cast our vote, 1972 or 3, for this government, from the beginning, I am not saying because of where I belong, but Tinubu did not win election. Everybody knew that. I am not perturbed on what is going on, but my problem is hunger is too much in the land. Esther, if you go to market, my wife would say, Daddy, go, and I say, I will go. The man gave me the price. I price below this thing. The man, he said, okay, you know the Nigeria. I am surprised that somebody is saying that rice is coming down. I am a businessman. We import rice. Go to Thailand. See how much they are selling rice. If you go to Thailand today, a bag of rice is not up to 3,000 naira. I am quoting myself, and I know it's true. Why are they killing us? It is this government that turned everything upside down. Let them leave farmers now. May they go to market. At least make we see something to eat. A tuber of yam today is 3,000, 4,000. Where are we going according to Sonokos? Which way in Nigeria? The young man you are with there, Mr. Kundaya, I believe what you are saying, and I thank God for your life. But how many of you that can come out and follow us forefront? We want to go and tell Tinubu, my friend, go down and let another person that know more than you come to the office. Nigeria is good. And my last statement is this. we have what we call in Sambisa forest. That mineral is called, what's the name of that mineral? It's better than oil. California, I remember. That mineral, if Nigerians can...
All right. Thank you very much. We need to take other calls, okay? 0803692 9933 0803692 9933. The WhatsApp calls keep dropping. I think it's the network. So send messages instead. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, my name is Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Yeah, that's my name.
All right, Lloyd. What's your location, please?
Yeah, my name is Okuku, Lagos State, right?
All right, Lloyd, please go ahead.
It's like when you are feeding information, a section of people you think they are gullible, you say whatever you want to say. You understand what I'm saying?
Who is giving information that is that is not
like
true?
For instance, somebody said $1 can buy something in Nigeria.
Yes, that was one of the aides of the president.
Now, this is information. Listen. When you come to exchange rate, it is a failure of Nigerian government, to do things right so that our economy will be so strong to challenge that of international bodies. What am I saying? They're using a $1. If you remove the case of study of exchange rate, let's equate denomination to numbers. $1 is equal to 1 naira. That is it. Forget about the exchange. A dollar is also a naira. $2 is 2 naira. Forget about exchange. When you bring in the exchange, you begin to ask questions. What are the factors that determine exchange? Because we are living in a country where people will just go to school. They will tell you, I study economy. Have you put it into practice? What Nigeria needs is a good manager of resources. All these are saying by president, we need a person with full capacity who can be able to manage resources. It is about class struggle of who manages what, who owns what. It's not about, president or this or that. When we have a good manager who can be able to administer our resources where they belong to, we will begin to see things begin to turn around. So that is it. That's what Nigeria is like. And again, we must come together as one country.
All right, that's very right.
Misseason sentiment is killing us.
I'm telling you.
And again, I should.
I'm corroborating what you're saying. That sentiment is
and again,
us.
I was discussing with a Yoruba friend of mine. Sorry, let me first compliment Mr. Ikindayo. To you, sir. So again, I was talking with a friend of mine, Yoruba guy. I told him that until we come together, you see, let me tell us something. When the Fulani whatever terrorists kill, they will tell you they are not Nigerians. Okay, are you not saying person is not a Nigerian? He's also killing Nigerians, and you permitted his killing? Come on, there are agenda that is ongoing until south, southwest, southeast rises up. If we don't, this agenda will be achieved.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I sincerely appreciate you calling. All right. 08036929933. 08036929933. I hope this WhatsApp call stays. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Hello.
This agenda will be achieved.
Hello. Turn down the volume of your radio. All right. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Okay. Kindly call me back 08036929933 08036929933 and the WhatsApp number is 0817175638. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
Please turn down the volume of your radio. Please kindly do that as quick as possible. Have you done that?
Yes, I've done that.
All right, sir. What's your name?
I want to thank the man in the studio. He's doing well. He's really nice. He's a Nigerian.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Mr. Timothy.
All right, Timothy, please, what's your location, sir?
I'm calling from Ajebule.
All right, Mr. Timothy, go ahead.
I just want to thank him.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. And the WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening. This is Chibuzo from airport.
Chibuzo, how is the airport today?
Airport is fine. Airport is fine.
All right, please go ahead.
You see, the state of the nation is a reflection of who is ruling us.
Okay.
You get? You see, whatever it is that is happening now in Nigeria shows that the president came into power without having any blueprint on how he wants to run the nation. You get? You are hearing me? He doesn't even have an idea of how he wants to run the nation. Because even this, on a program, this is fun house time, I was listening to the program this evening, when they asked him, how is it, what are his plans for the youth? He said he believes in teamship, but he's going to address that question. He's going to call El-rufai to come and answer that question. Do you get? So with somebody now, El-rufai that he has asked to answer that question, it's not even a member party. Do you get? So if, let's say, we are going to go by the answers El-rufai gave, who is going to give the president the idea on whatever plans he has for the youth? So definitely, El-rufai is not going to borrow him ideas because he's not a member of that party. So with regard to that question, that area is unanswered. There you get. So that's why we are suffering everything we are suffering today. You get. He doesn't have any, it's not his personal ambition. He's just there to be president. Nothing. Doesn't have any clear-cut blueprint on how he wants to run the nation. So that's what we are suffering. Until he's out of there, then we will know.
All right. Thank you very much.
Way forward.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. 080-3692-9933. That's the number to call. 080-3692-9933. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir. What's your name?
My name is Ifeanyi.
Mr. Ifeanyi, what's your location, please?
I'm calling from Ajo.
All right, Mr. Ifeanyi, please go ahead.
You see, the problem we have is this president, too.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
That man doesn't. Buhari told us that he's from Niger, but this man never told us where he comes from. P2B said he has an identity deficit. He never answered it. If you could tell us, because I cannot see a Nigerian who will be ruling Nigerian like this. Yes, if he's a Yoruba man, truly a Yoruba man can never do that. I swear with my life. What this man is doing. Look at it, the subsidy has gone. Billions and trillions are entering all this while. He's borrowing money from outside. Airport is making money. Seaport is making money. Borders are making money. Money is coming from everywhere. And Nigerians are suffering like monkeys who are flying up and down in the high trees. Why this man are crying and dying on the street? People are falling, slumping. And they are begging him up and down. And this man closed his mind. When he borrow money, if you look at the money they approved the day before yesterday, the 2 days before he traveled to France, when they approve, he collect and he just travel and go. And leave the people they are dying. Are you telling me that the true Nigerians can do this thing to Nigerians? Let us reason. Let us reason. This man, let us know where. Let it call. Don't we have elders in Nigeria again? Call this man, sit him down. Let know who you see this man is. I mean, it's very terrible. Why should we sit down looking this man killing us small? Okay, we come to the side of security. Can you see what is happening? You have here any deal with the Fulanis to kill Nigerians and occupy their villages? Look at Katsina, look at Benue, look at even Enugu State, look at the Ondo again here. What is happening? But they only kill first the Fulani in the room in those states. You give order that they to arrest all of them. APC governor of the wrong to beg the governor of Kano. Because these people. And these people who have laid ambush in the bush to killing and kidnapping and collecting money, see the people they catch with bags of guns, bags of money. They have done their work. They want to go and celebrate. At the northern side. Before these people now catch them. And when they see them, asking them questions, what are these things for? They start fighting them and stab the leader of those vigilantes. And you tell me that such people should be left. Now, look at how many people they kill at Ondo. How many 2 weeks? They killed again today that caused that protest. our president never make any comment. He's enjoying in Paris. Let's not tell ourselves true too. Is that how all of us will be sitting and looking until we die one by one like this? No, this is why I get to talk. You don't finish.
Thank you very much for calling. All right. All right, I will take one more call so that we can start taking messages. All right. Remember, I told you we have a step down. Hello, good evening. How are you? How are you? Good evening.
Fine.
What's your name, sir? Please speak louder.
My name is Stephen Okafor.
Your name is Okafor?
Okafor from Yanapaja.
All right, Mr. Okafor, please project. Speak louder so we can hear you.
In fact, I'm tired of all this talk. You see, the best thing is for the man to step down. Step down. We don't need him. We don't need him in this country at all. We don't need him. Please, this is what I have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling. Very short and very simple. All right, I will take one more call and then we'll proceed with messages. I don't know what is going on with the WhatsApp. Your calls keep coming in and dropping. I don't know what the issue is. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Esther. How are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm fine, sir. Thank you.
All right. My regards to Lawale Kundayo.
All right.
Good evening. Insecurity everywhere. Tinubu left Nigeria to France. I want to ask a question. How many times have you seen an American president coming to Nigeria to stay like 2 days or 3 days? Talk less of Tinubu going to France to stay for 2 weeks. To do what? And Shetima travel also. You see, that is how they are running the country. Whenever they borrow money, the next thing you see is they will begin to travel. Subsidy is gone. You come to the power and you don't know what to do and Nigerians are dying. It's a shame. They don't obey court order. Impunity is too much to the highest level. What is in now the can still doing in the DSS custody? It is injustice. It is bad. Let them release him to go. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Meanwhile, the National Assembly has confirmed that it approved but amended the 6-month emergency rule declared in Rivers State by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, adding critical checks and shortening the initial time frame. This is according to Senate spokesperson Senator Yemi Adaramodu. Speaking in Ilawe Ekiti during an interview with journalists, Adaramodu clarified that the legislature made significant adjustments to the president's initial request, inserting clauses to ensure continuous oversight and accountability during the emergency period. And the key modifications by the Senate include one shortened duration, while the president proposed 6-month emergency rule. The National Assembly reduced the length, though the exact revised time frame has not been disclosed, so meaning that Fubara may return as governor of the state before the 6 months elapses. Now, there is also a legislative oversight. The Senate mandated ongoing National Assembly supervision over the actions and decisions of the sole administrator, Vice Admiral Ibok Etta Ibas. You remember yesterday there were reactions based on the representation of a new budget put together by Admiral Ibok Etta Ibas. Well, apparently the National Assembly is to oversee whatever he wants to do in Rivers State. There's a mediation committee, a conflict resolution body has been constituted to mediate between warring factions in Rivers' political crisis and work towards restoring democratic governance. Adaramodu emphasized that emergency declarations are not unilateral, stating that the president cannot just declare a state of emergency without legislative input. That's why the National Assembly exists to deliberate and, where necessary, amend. He also addressed public concerns that the 10th Assembly is acting as a rubber stamp of the executive, asserting that the legislature's role is not to obstruct governance but to collaborate while maintaining its constitutional oversight function. How do you react to this quickly?
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I'm disappointed in what the National Assembly just said. I'm disappointed. Seriously.
You're not happy. They've reduced. They said they have not told us how many months yet, but they've reduced. It's not going to stay till 6 months.
Who? Because we can't do anything. Therefore, we are stupid. We are not stupid. Is it legal or illegal? That's the first thing we start with. You are not trying to dress. Why are you dressing it? Let us first be clear. Is it legal or illegal? Let us first of all declare the legality of this thing before we now proceed to any other thing. Now they are now trying dressing a 6 months, it's not 6 months, it's 3 months, it's not. And the sole administrator is making decision on his own over there. You are saying you are doing oversight, where he's already make decisions and causing problem in that place. And you are telling me, and he will be the one to present budget. I can so I'm trying to present budget to the House of Assembly, and they'll be collecting budget from me, as if it's constitutionally right to do that. Is it not the governor that's supposed to present budget? And you are telling the sole administrator that is not even stated in God that can present budget. He's supposed to be there just to do oversight to be sure that everything is working normally. That's what he's supposed to do, not to be acting as a governor. Now the man is acting as a governor now, presenting budget, firing people, doing this and that, doing what. So what else?
All right, let me take some messages. Okay. I'll start off from YouTube. Anthony Jr. OBDK, thank you very much for that compliment. Chuka Ekowe, God can't help us again in this country. Everything is gone. Not everything is gone, and that's God will help us. You can't say our prayers are going up and not going to be in vain, please. Kenachi Anike says, good evening, Esther Wachuku. Thank you. Good evening to you too. Uche Chukwu Emmanuel, may God keep blessing my VOP family and good outspoken Nigerians like Mr. Lawal. I cry for my country, Nigeria. Uche Chukwu acolyte from Ijibu. Okay. Chod Pa says, everything in Nigeria has K-leg. Uche Chukwu Emmanuel says, thank you very much, Uche Chukwu Emmanuel. I think these are the messages that we have on YouTube. Let's go on to WhatsApp. This person says, good evening, my dear. 1 million small companies have folded up. 1 million small companies have folded up. It's an irony. Mr. Rufi Ojo, Lagos. Mr. Lawal Ekundayo, you have said it all. You are the voice of the people and nation at large. You deserve an award. No Lawal Ekundayo, no VOP. What is your name? Okay, thank you very much for that message. APC government introduced a pattern where NNPC that is selling Nigerian crude is borrowing billions of dollars, and CBN are also borrowing billions of dollars without any accountability, excluding the billions of dollars that government is borrowing without any accountability. The only thing I know is that the enemies of the people are leading Nigeria. Chairman from Abara, Nigeria is being shocked in foreign debt, especially by this government, starting from Buhari and Tinubu's government, without any accountability. Okay. Honestly, understanding Nigeria's current political system is like an art student reading physics and chemistry for an external examination. You will read without understanding. But all hope is not lost. Believe that someday, just one day, Nigeria will be a better place for all. Well, we are watching as the planet is listening carefully. Comrade Abraham. Good evening, Esther. My name is Aziz. We are not practicing democracy. We are under civilian government. People that lead us don't believe in democracy. Good evening, Auntie Esther. I am tired of Nigeria. I'm sick of Nigeria. Nigeria is tired of me. Nigeria is sick of me. One day we will get it right. Please don't be tired. I need you to have hope in this country. We have nowhere else to go. Okay, very much. And this person put a warning and says, disposing pure water sachet on the ground in Onitsha is 15,000 naira fine. So please let people who are coming for business know this. You cannot recognize those who are enforcing the law at sight and does not show mercy to victims. Okay? You didn't put your name. Next time, put your name. Good evening, Esther Wachuka, Mr. Lawal Ekundaya, Ima from Shasha Akunwojo. Please, President Tinubu should bring back our subsidies since we are not making any good out of the subsidy that is gone. Good evening, Esther Wachuku and guests and listeners. Mr. Goodluck Abela Jonathan allowed the kidnapping, raping, killing, and ransom collection by Boko Haram, ISWAP, and Fulani headsmen to continue for his failure to deal with the threats by Muhammadu Buhari before 2015 presidential election. That is, if he did not win the 2015 presidential election, monkeys and baboons will roll in pool of blood. All the states in the south of Nigeria should form a security coalition and network to prevent the kidnapping, raping, killing, and collection of ransom by Boko Haram, ISWAP, and Fulani terrorists. Many Okada riders in Lagos, in the note to enter, I'm not going to read this though. This is Adeleye, location Festac Town. All right, okay, fine. Many Okada riders in Lagos who are of a certain extraction, who pass through the porous borders in the north to enter Nigeria, carry daggers under the seats of their Okada, and the police at checkpoints do not arrest them. The police cannot claim that they don't know that many Okada riders who are of a certain geographical location carry daggers under their seats of their Okada. All right, Adelaya, thank you very much for that message coming from Festac Town. Good evening, Esther and our honorable guest, Ekundaya in the house. This is Babeji from Oshodi saying that mouth no go pain unao. Esther, during the Edo State killing saga, I told you and Nigerians that there is now two different kinds of hunters in Nigeria today. The first are those that are hunting animals, while the second ones are those hunting and massacring innocent Nigerians and farmers every day in their own country, and they will take over their lands. Please, is APC government not evil and very bad omen happening to Nigerians? I am James from Isolo. All right, Esther, I think your guest is supporting this Fulani headsman for the killing of farmers. Imagine you were asking him that why does headsman kill farmers, on what reason? And instead of your guest to analyze the reason and the solution to the problem, he was saying different thing entirely. That he blames the masses for collecting money from politicians. Please, Esther, is this the solution to the killing, or the headsmen are the politicians? The masses collecting money from, as for me, the killing is totally jihad. That's the mission of Muslim ticket in Nigeria. Maybe you need to clarify your response, because from what I could deduce from what you're saying is that it is the masses' fault for actually voting in a government that doesn't consider their priority or their sense of interest first. But because at the polling unit, they're able to take 5,000 naira, right? So long as they just get that money for the time and then they don't vote right. Is that what you were trying to explain by blaming the masses for what is going on?
I've already clarified about the Fulani herdsmen. We've talked about that one.
Okay.
And I said above all, because when you have a good leader who has your interests at heart, he will fight for you.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's what I'm saying, that when the masses should be careful now, that the leader that you are putting, don't listen to those who come, and begin to bribe your conscience.
Okay.
You buy your conscience over. Go for the people who are ready to fight for your interest. When they get into that office, you just go to sleep, they'll fight your interest. But that's what is happening. Surely.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. As regards to the current insecurity in the country, would you blame the people for wanting to call the government to respond? Because a lot of solutions are coming on to the community members synergizing and fighting these guys. And some people are saying, don't even record. Do your own back.
No, see, let me look at what happened in that Uromi. See what happened. And look at the way the government responded. They will take all those, in fact, many of them will disappear, you won't see them again. Now, you see the way they are arresting, without, they don't even care.
Yeah.
You get, they are just picking everybody and just like that, just to make sure that they set an example to others not to do that again. That is the simple thing. Now, the thing is this, if you look at what the governor did, if you have an intelligent leader, a leader who has your interests at heart, you know what, he has security voting now.
Okay.
He has the power to put security people in place.
Okay.
You get? So a leader who has your interest in art will do all those things for you. It's about information. You get? It's about when you have, that's what I'm trying to say is that when you vote a good leader, you are sure you fought that a good leader should be in power. And then your interest is protected.
All right, thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
This person says, I salute you, my gallant and great female radio presenter, Lady Esther. Thank you. I hope you're highly motivated for this beautiful evening. Please kindly help me to wish our gallant analyst at VOPFM, Comrade El-rufai, happy birthday to you, sir. More promotions and protection and good health, wisdom and long life and prosperity. Amen. From Osimoral at Lieutenant General T.A. Lagbaja Army Cantonment in Ikeja. Thank you very much. El-rufai, happy birthday to you. All right. Imagine, so a man in Nigeria, does he know what's happening in Burkina Faso? People keep referring to Burkina Faso like it's one good example of paradise under military rule. Meanwhile, in reality, it's not the same. Are the people of Burkina Faso living well, or poverty wants to remove their throats? The military is as criminal-minded as the civilians in government, and they're not a good example to reference sanity in any form of governance. The charade called war on Boko Haram is a good example of how corrupt the military are, and ex-military chiefs are good examples to reference, like Borotai, who got properties worth millions of dollars in Dubai. Nahim Una won't make them enter or take over government. Some Nigerians need to be serious. Tay. All right, Tay. Well done. IK from our 12. Esther, Nigeria will be liberated when we Nigerians are ready to liberate ourselves. No foreigner will do it for us. Good evening to you. Thank you. Good evening to you. Good evening, Esther. Well done. Your guest in the studio, Mr. Lawal Kundayo, doesn't even know how he can adequately analyze a complex country like Nigeria. Okay, please, analysis should be based on facts and figures. Alfred from Surulere. Criticism should be constructive. All right, thank you very much. Good evening, Sister Esther and the outstanding analysts in the studio. I wonder why most of our political leaders do not have the shame. I believe an elected leader is elected to solve existing problems in the society. Then when the same leader comes to say the same problem he is elected to solve. It's the main problem of the society he governs, and he calls for questioning. It's shameful. Agege from Agege. It's terrible to analyze Nigeria $1 to buy food. Very cruel analysis. It pains me why uneducated people are the hem of affairs. What can 1 naira buy in USA? Please, even in Nigeria. Ask this so-called leadership talking anyhow. Emmanuel from Ojo. Esther, I don't believe, as some people do, say that the president is clueless, that he is only there to acquire power. Now, lie, that guy, they clueful. Now, wickedness, the worry Tinubu and APC. Why didn't he take us back to Jonathan's economy if actually he doesn't know what he is doing? APC too wicked, I beg. Uchechuku Acolyte from Ejibo. Good evening, Esther and Mr. Lawal Ekunda, Solomon Asika from Mushin Barrister. If you watch carefully, you will notice these things are premeditated from Muhammadu Buhari to Bola Tinubu. Same pattern, same way. And where Nigeria is right now is not good at all. God help us. Well, it's Mr. Lawal Ekunda, not Barrister. I met a Fulani man. He told me that our money mongers and politicians brought them into this killing. We only know how to move with our cows around the world. Mr. Babu. All right, Mr. Babu, thank you very much. Good evening, Sister Esther Muchwell. Thank you for a job well done. I appreciate you for your work and commend Mr. Lawal, the gentleman in the studio. May God deliver us from the hand of the APC. However, please, could you allow... Oh, okay. All right. After the program. Good evening, Esther and the guests in the house. I want to know if Tinubu will call himself ex-president after the 4 years, considering his performance. It will be laughable and a mockery of that position. He has failed Nigerians in his desire to continue from where Buhari stopped. There was a president. But you guys, do you know that there are a lot of Nigerians who believe that the president is doing well? So what happens to the section of the population who believes that the president is doing well?
See, let me tell you something. Don't listen to all those propaganda. Do opinion poll. Let's do opinion poll of the government.
All right.
And here now, they will now know what the people are saying. Everyone all over the country are doing opinion poll now. Sampling the opinion. So why is Nigeria? Let's do it now.
Olakule from Lagos Island. Enough with talkative. How many multi-billionaires do we have in this country? Let us challenge them before we fight Tinubu. Remember, I told you that not everyone will have the same mindset. All right, this is a very long one. Evening, S and the guests. There is a saying: when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. But when the wicked rule, the people mourn. Since this government entered power, though, the backdoor cash and carry INEC and judiciary, they have enslaved Nigerians through their obnoxious policies that has turned the people to beggars and emerged in the midst of plenty, and also turned the nation to a gangster paradise. While they tax the daylight of you, expecting you not to protest, they will say it's treasonable while they enjoy their luxurious lifestyle. One man compromises all institutions for 2027 election gain. Is a shame the worst of us is ruling the best of us. Truly, there was a country. Esther, good evening. I want to sell my nationality. Does it have any value? SN from Accra. Please don't sell your nationality. Be a proud Nigerian. One day it go better. Let's just keep on having that hope. Remember, I told you we're going to do a step down. I've been done with all the messages on WhatsApp this evening. Thank God. For a while, I've not been able to complete the messages. But the next few calls I will take will be based on, the step down. Now, this is from this person. He says that, I want us to listen to this carefully. It's very short and very simple. We have never been apart since we got married 10 years ago. Now she is traveling for 18 good months, leaving me with a 5-year-old child. She wants her curvy younger sister to move in, or I take in a nanny. Which is advisable and you feel a man can cope with? I'll take that again. We have never been apart since we got married 10 years ago. Now she's traveling for 18 good months, leaving me with a 5-year-old child. She wants her curvy younger sister to move in, or I take in a nanny. Which is advisable and you feel a man can cope with? Mr. Lawal, very briefly, what's your response to this?
If the guy goes with the sister, it will generate a lot of problems. So you should go with the nanny.
Are you sure?
So if anything happens,
because he said curvy younger sister.
That means he already has eyes here.
Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello? All right. 08036929933. We're on the step down. Please let your response be on the question I just asked. All right. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, what's your name, please?
Hello, good evening.
Hi. 08036929933. 08036929933. Hello, how are you? Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, my name is Dominion.
Your name is what? Can you speak project well? Your name is what?
My name is Dominion Oguche.
All right, go ahead.
See, I love my country.
Very good.
Like not everybody, but it's our leaders, even us, the citizens, are spoiling everything.
How old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
All right, thank you very much for contributing on the program. But we've actually stepped away from politics, and imagine that's a young voice saying that. It's really sad. It's very sad. It's very sad. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Sister.
Yes. What's your name, please?
Mr. Joseph.
Mr. Joseph, please. What's your response to the step down question?
You made the question you asked now.
Yes. What's your response? What should the man do?
The man should go with the housemate now.
Oh, the nanny.
Yes.
Okay. No
one.
Okay.
So,
08036929933 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello.
Isaac on the line.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
Isaac.
Isaac. What do you think should happen?
Yes. The man should go for the nanny.
Is the nanny not a woman as well?
No, if you go for the woman junior sister, maybe at the end, if you have to say anything could happen now, it will be trouble.
When you don't call her Covey.
The family.
All right, thank you.
I'll be calling your number. This is my first time caller. But I want to contribute to the.
No, we're done with the political
Nigeria
issues.
Politics.
We're done with the political issues tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. 08036929933. All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Turn down the volume of your radio. Oh my God! Please, when you call, turn down the volume of your radio. Hello.
Is it okay now?
Yes, it's okay. What's your name?
My name is Akanwa.
Akanwa, you did not reduce the volume of your radio. I can hear myself at the background.
Let me do that.
Hi. Oh. All right, go ahead. Now? What's your response? Yes.
My response is that you can't take good and throw inside a cage with lions.
In other words?
Yes. In order that girl they want to give that man. Tomorrow he will pregnant the woman. So let him go with the nanny.
Okay, let him go with nanny. Go shako now. What if nanny is finer than the sister?
That's why they want him to
yes.
go for the
Okay. All right, no wahala. 08036929933 0803692. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
My name is Chika.
Chika, location, please.
Lagos.
All right, Chika. What's your own response to this?
And for that, let the man go on his own.
Okay, he should not go with the sister and should not go with the nanny.
Yes.
So he should take care of his daughter himself.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Very good. Thank you. 08036929933 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. What's your name?
Samuel from Insecurity.
Samuel from Insecurity. Please go ahead. What's your response to this?
Okay, I think the wife is the one that suggested her sister and the nanny. So automatically it's as if the wife is already prepared for the outcome of her decision.
What if the sister don't know, so the man don't notice the sister they Covey?
That is it now. And the husband described the sister as Covey and the woman is still comfortable. So let him go with it. Maybe the woman is even ready to replace her position in the family with the sister.
Ew.
So maybe when she will be coming back, the sister already will be a mother of 3.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll take one more call so I can read about 3 messages on this reaction and then we'll wrap up. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello.
Yes, good evening, sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening, once more. Mayor, once again.
Mayor. How are you, Mayor?
I'm fine. Well done. This year I stepped down. I aligned with the man going for the nanny because if we go the other way around, the one I know will finish. Because you can't put goats and yam the same thing and expect one not to bust out. So that is my take. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much. You too. So most people are saying you should go for the nanny. So in case anything happens, there will be no wahala within the family. Okay. All right, this person says Esther Nani is good to go, but she should make sure she's good looking. No, you did not put your name here. You are a bad boy. This person says if the man go with his wife younger sister, he might likely ganusi you. Abidin. Abidin from Bagada. What is ganusi? I like that. What's ganusi? You don't know ganusi? Go big body, go fifi for. I think that's what he means. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we need to wrap up right about now. Thank you so much for being part of the conversation this evening. Mr. Lawal Kunda, in a few seconds, how do you wrap up with what we've discussed today?
Nigerians should not give up.
Okay.
We should be united. We should claim what belongs to us because this country belongs to all of us.
Okay.
Let us give us. Let's fight for it. Let's win it, and then we'll have something to hand over to the next generation that is coming.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Lawal Kunda. Ladies and gentlemen, do have yourself an amazing evening. Bye for now and see you tomorrow.